everyone, it's Naomi from Raising Roots Urban Homestead. I just thought I'd pop in and bring you guys into my kitchen today. I'm just doing something that I do every week, which is sprouting. So I'm sure there's tons of you that sprout, but if you haven't sprouted, you need to, because it's awesome. Especially in the wintertime when the snow is heavy and the days are long and veggies are not growing in your garden and you're eating your canned goods still, or maybe your canned goods are gone. To me, like, it falls in the same category as like fermenting. You've got to put some effort into it. You've got to nurture what you've started, but it's actually really easy once you get past the initial fear of molding sprouts, or I don't know what kind of fears people have. Somebody said to me, well, don't the sprouts mold, and that's really bad. Well, I mean, I guess so, if you just let it sit on the counter all day and all week and you don't do anything. But they're a living thing, so you gotta feed them. So I'm gonna show you just how easy it is. Now, all you really need for sprouting is a mason jar and a cheesecloth, maybe some twine or a rubber band to hold everything closed. You can sprout anything. I like to buy these little packets here. I get them from Nature's Fair. They're a few bucks, depends on what mix you get. You'll find your preference. This one is called an organic gourmet sprouting mix. Very, very trendy and chic. I don't know. It just sounded good. It has mung beans, green lentils, yellow soybeans, chickpeas, and radish seeds. So it's your personal preference. And whatever you like on your salad. We eat them in our sandwiches and on our salad and whatever else we can find. So I definitely am the one who eats more of these. I don't think Chris touches them much, but whatever, that's his problem. So basically you can have a setup just like what I have here for my kombucha. I don't want to kill my kombucha, but I've just got a mason jar, and this is actually paper, but I would put cheesecloth for your sprouts, or some kind of mesh, and then a rubber band just to secure it. And that's really all you need. It just so happens I have this one. I bought it at Nature's Fair. It's totally unnecessary. I don't really think it's that much more helpful. I don't think the fancy setups are any more helpful. You can sprout in a tray. You can sprout in like a tin tray from the dollar store. You can sprout in an old bucket. Really, as long as you can drain it properly, which is the key, and rinse it, then you can sprout in it. We sprout fodder for our chickens, which fodder is just greens for them. In the winter time, I've kind of gotten out of it this year, but like right now I'm soaking some corn, which you probably heard me talking about in my other video, and we sprout corn and grains for them. Anything that is a seed can be sprouted. So anything that's sprouted usually tastes better too, let's be honest. And it's so much more healthy for you. Your body can break it down better. So all I do, and you can read the directions if you want. There's directions on the back to make it super easy. I like to soak mine first for about a couple hours. So I take just a couple tablespoons. I just kind of fill the bottom of my jar. They start to grow, and you want to have lots of room in your jar for them to grow, for you to be able to rinse them properly and keep them healthy. And I made the mistake when I first started of, I was really excited, and I think I filled it like that tall and it started growing out of the jars. You don't want that, because that definitely is a recipe for mold. They don't have proper ventilation. So I actually just do about this much, because this is how much I need. So just pour it in, and I like to put some warm water in it. This is not a step that everybody does, but I just find they sprout faster if they're soaking. So I just fill it with warm water, and I put the lid on it like that, and I let it sit for a couple hours. It's honestly that simple when you start. And then you want to go back after a couple hours, and you just want to drain all of your water out. And some people like to just let it rest on the counter and drain some more. So you can see how this jar does that. You can do that with a mason jar too, just prop it up. And then you want to rinse them 3 times a day and drain them. So I just make it a morning thing. Like, I just come down from getting ready and get my coffee and throw some water in it and drain it out while I'm drinking my coffee, and then put it up in front of the window. So I definitely put it on my windowsill so they get a bit of sun, and rinse them again at lunch and rinse them again at dinner. So it's not rocket science. I like to sprout mine really good, so it's up to you. Maybe some people just like to sprout them till they just pop open and a little seed starts sprouting. But I like to get that green bit growing out, so it's like salad greens. And yeah, it's an awesome way to get some greenery in your home to eat in those cold, long winter months, especially if you're living up in the colder climates where you're not even thinking about growing right now. This is a really good way to get that, I don't know, that gardening bug out of you. I hope that's helpful for everybody. Let me know in the comments if you've tried sprouting, if you have any tips, anything that you like to sprout, what's your favorite thing to sprout, and if you sprouted for your chickens, let me know that too. I'm really curious to know how many people sprout for their chickens. Anyways, hope you guys have a wonderful weekend and happy homesteading.